I'm gonna catch you when all the cameras aren't around, and I'm gonna you up.
Oh, try it.
No, I am.
No, you got the wrong guy.
No.
You got the very wrong guy.
Exactly right.
Why are you so angry? I don't understand.
So those of you may remember a video about a man who's angrily shouting about a man just trying to host a cleanup, a GOP chairman who wanted to help clean up San Francisco, which, as many of you will know, has become a total dump. It's full of trash and needles and, well, human excrement, among other things. I wish this was an exaggeration, but it's not. San Francisco actually had to hire a poop patrol to deal with its feces problem. And apparently it's a very, very good job. You get paid $184,000 a year with salary and benefits. There's so much poop in San Francisco, they actually have to pay people 6 figures just to clean it up. And I gotta tell you, that is a lot of money. So it's $71,000 a year and $100,000 in benefits. Wow-oh-wee. That is how bad things are in San Francisco. So when this kind GOP chairman decided to help clean up the mess and help raise awareness, John Dennis for Congress, this man, this absolute bigot, came out of the woodwork. And guess what? The man who threatened San Francisco GOP chairman has been identified as a school social worker. Now, I'm sure many of you have seen the clip, but I want to show people who haven't the rest of the clip so they can get some context.
I'm just here chatting with you. Why are you angry, man? Because here's the thing. You probably disagree with me, but I disagree with you.
No, I actually want you there.
But why?
Because you're a piece of
Why?
So he wishes death upon the man. He's clearly being hostile. He said he's going to physically attack him. These are all threats of violence and I'm pretty sure criminal in action. This man is clearly deranged. He's sick in the head.
Because you're racist.
How do you know? You don't know one thing about me. I grew up in a public housing project.
I can tell by looking at you.
I grew up in a public housing project.
So he accuses the man of being racist with no evidence, even though the man grew up in a public housing project. He knows what it's like to be poor. I'm sure he lived in a fairly diverse place. And yet he's being called racist by a man who says, I can tell just by looking at you. Yeah, that seems kind of racist to me, don't you think? So who's the one who's really being a bigot here? Because I don't think it's the GOP chairman. I think it's the man on the right. The man in his yellow-green shirt. He's being a bigot. He's being unfair. He's being disgusting.
Wherever you grew up, you should go back there. Because we don't want you
I don't need that. I've got that experience under my belt. I'm doing other things now.
Well, we don't want
and
you
including helping people get
we don't
better.
want you hearing that stuff.
I've lived here for 30 years. I'm not so sure how long you've lived here.
Born and raised here.
Well, I'm here 30 years. I'm the guy. I'm here. Not going anywhere. I got my family.
So San Francisco's a dump, and yet you have these insane leftists. They're talking about how dare you come, how dare you clean up the trash, go back, even though he lived in San Francisco for 30 years. Isn't it funny how these leftists, it seems like everything they accuse their opponents of, they do themselves. So if they accuse others of being bigots, they're the ones being bigoted. If they accuse others of oppressing others, turns out they're actually the oppressors. This is leftism. This is what it's become. And it used to be like on the down low, but now it's just so obvious.
I'm gonna catch you when all the cameras aren't around, and I'm gonna you up.
Oh, try it.
No, I am.
No, you got the wrong guy.
No.
You got the very wrong guy.
Exactly right. I'm gonna catch you when all the.
So you can see how violent and bad this man was being. I would classify this as a crime. But he's been identified. We now know who he is. So let's take a little look. This article is by Andy No. For those of you who don't know, this was posted on the Post Millennial, and Andy No is a conservative man who was attacked. He was a journalist who was attacked by ANTIFA. They beat him. They gave him a concussion. And ever since, he's dedicated his journalism to exposing the left. A protester recorded threatening to harm a San Francisco GOP chairman in a viral video has been identified as local hip-hop DJ and public school social worker. Stephen Goldston, who performs as DJ Sake 1, accosted John Dennis, 56, last Saturday at the Civic Center in downtown San Francisco during a cleanup event organized by Trump-supporting activist Scott Pessler. So, isn't it weird how these leftists, their cities become a dump, full of trash and needles and disease and feces. And when somebody comes to clean it up, they get mad. How dare you clean up this trash? Isn't there something deeply wrong with that? It's like they want the city to be a dump. It's like they want disease and unsanitary conditions. So they hated it because this cleanup event was organized by Trump-supporting activists. That's the real reason. Orange man bad. Oh my God, how dare you try to clean up our poop-filled streets? How dare you, you oppressor? So Mr. Dennis is running as a Republican candidate against Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, and I hope he wins. I'm tired of Nancy Pelosi and her childish antics. She is a joke. She is a sour, sour, sour person, okay? So Mr. Dennis has not yet reported the incident to police. He should. I very much believe he should report it to police. Other video recorded at the scene shows Mr. Goldstone cursing and flipping off different people. So Mr. Goldstone has anger management issues and is clearly capable of violence, Mr. Dennis says in a statement to the Post-Millennial. While he's roaming the streets, I have to be aware of my surroundings in case I have to defend myself. I'm even more concerned about the safety of my family, and that is absolutely why you must always protect your self-defense rights, your gun rights, and your rights to be armed. Because people like this exist. Insane, sick, twisted individuals who wish to do harm and who should be arrested. Unfortunately, these days, it seems like law enforcement is too busy arresting people over memes and jokes online. They'd rather arrest those bad right-wingers. What a joke. Why don't you do your jobs? Why don't you stop screwing around, shove the leftism up your own bum, and do your frickin' jobs and get these public menaces off the street. Can you do that, Mr. Lawman? Mr. Goldstone was previously profiled on a local San Francisco blog about his music and housing activism. In other words, he thinks people should get free things on the taxpayer dime. In 2016, he spoke about how he was allegedly mistreated by his landlord. Well, with anger issues like that, I wonder why the landlord wanted him gone, who he said had issued him an eviction with eviction notices for nuisance. Ah, so there's the truth. You were being a nuisance. I admit, my apartment could have definitely used some cleaning, but in order to meet the nuisance statute says that it has to be like some sort of danger or annoyance to the neighborhood or people around, he said at the time. Yeah, okay. Clearly you are a danger to the people around you. Clearly you have a problem. What's with the blue beard anyway? Are you a gnome? What do you what is this? What exactly is going on? So here's a video on YouTube apparently. It says, Stefan Goldstein, Saki One supports the medical abuse hotline.
Medical abuse is one of the most common and yet profoundly overlooked forms of institutional violence in the United States today. Medical abuse violates our most basic human rights and dignity. Nobody should go to a medical professional or medical institution charged with caring for them and healing them and be denied an essential service, a needed medication, or treatment. That's why
In other words, he's trying to say that people should get stuff for free. Now, I understand that the U.S. medical system is an absolute joke, and I despise it. I despise the big pharma, I despise the medical industry, and I despise health for profit, but at the same time, nothing is free. Mr. Goldstone performs frequently in the Bay Area as a DJ and has reportedly been an opening act for hip-hop stars such as Mos Def and Kanye West. Good to know that such a peaceful and peace-loving man is working for famous people. You know, Kanye West is a Trump supporter. I wonder how Kanye West would feel about this DJ opening for him. I wonder what Kanye would have to say about this. He currently works as a social worker for the San Francisco Unified School District. Is he a danger to children? Is someone with these obvious anger issues and biases, should they really be working at a school? On social media, he expressed his support for left-wing revolutions. Oh, I gotta see this. Let's see what this guy's said. So here he is. This is an archive talking about the Chilean revolution. It does not really surprise me. What is this, like communism or something? I wouldn't be surprised. The cleanup, organized last week by conservative figures, attracted protests and criticism from far-left activists and politicians. Don't clean up our trash! How dare you! We love our trash! They claim the event was racist. I think that a lot of this is caused by the simple fact that humanity, as it were, exists on a bell curve. Some people are smarter than average, some people are dumber than average, most people are in the middle, but a lot of people are dumb just because of statistics. Like, for any population, there's going to be a lot of dumb people. I feel like a lot of these leftists are like just dumb people. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that all leftists are dumb. I'm saying that there's something about leftism that seems to attract a certain type of person, a feelings person, a non-rational person, because there's nothing rational about any of these claims. How can you even make the presumption that just because a Trump supporter organized a cleanup, a good thing, just because someone's a Republican, that it's evil and that it's, they must be bigots? It just makes no sense. They're trying to clean up your trash, you despicable fools. They're trying to clean up your mess, and you won't even let them do that because it makes you look even worse. But it doesn't make you look worse than you make yourselves look, because by doing this, everyone knows, you know what? Don't even bother. Screw San Francisco. Screw the left. Who cares? They like their trash. Let them have it. Why bother? And that's the message the left is sending. Why should anyone bother helping them when this is how they're going to treat people who actually try to clean up after them? Several dozen protesters, some masked, show up to confront the volunteers. Wow, so stunning and brave. You're so stunning and brave, you left-wingers. How brave of you to stop people from picking up drug needles in the street. Oh, they're trying to stop kids and little children from being stabbed by dirty needles and potentially getting diseases. Oh, what a shame, those evil bigots trying to protect children and people from disease. You sick, twisted little brainlets. You absolute NPCs. What else am I supposed to call you? What is wrong with you? Where are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm going to call Child Protective Services. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with the world we live in? It goes beyond clown world. This is downright ignorance. Look at this tweet by Matt Henney. I don't care. Matt. He's got a little blue check mark because Twitter approves of him. Twitter loves this person because they're a left-winger, and look what they say. There's a shameful, stupid, ignorant, dehumanizing right-wing political stunt in Civic Center today. Hateful Trump groups are saying they're going to clean up San Francisco. Oh my God. No. How could they do this to me? Be on high alert, vigilant, and look out for each other. Acting like this is some sort of trench warfare, like they actually have seen a day of combat in their entire lives. They probably never even got bullied in high school. They've probably never been in a fist fight in their entire life. Okay, they can probably barely lift a carrot due to all the soy permeating through their bloodstreams. What a joke. What a joke. Left-wingers, they're so proud of themselves. They think they're God. They think they're the moral, virtuous, high horse. They think they're all that. And they're all on these websites and on YouTube. Oh, we're left-wingers. We're so enlightened. We're so cool. We know everything. Okay, look at yourselves. Look at your followers. Despicable. And what do you have? Oh, people posted jokes online. They were being edgy. This truly proves that the right-wingers are bad. But I wish you could just, for half a second, grow up and be sensible. Okay, so Mr. Haney represents District 6, which includes some of San Francisco's neighborhoods with the highest crime and homelessness rates. Oh, so his district is full of crime and homeless and trash, and he's calling this cleanup bad. That's what you get, folks. Okay, so let's try to be a little bit more calm. Okay, let's bring it down a bit. This is what happens when you vote for Democrats. This is Democrats, okay? This is what you get. Are you a Democrat? Are you a liberal? You want to vote Democrat? Well, okay. You're going to vote for people like this. Is that what you want? I bet it is. He later deleted his tweet. BTFO. After it emerged that one of the cleanup volunteers had been robbed and assaulted by masked protesters. Oh, of course you deleted it. But you wanted that violence. You were calling for violence. You, my friend, are a danger. The victim, Ryan, who does not want his surname published, reported the incident to police, as he should. Stephen Goldstone has been reached for comment, but of course the coward will not respond. That's pretty much the story. Yeah, I think it goes without saying. This dude is deranged, and just another example of how sick in the head the left is in this country. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? What do you think about the bearded man, the man with the blue beard? Be sure to let me know. Now, as always, if you want to support the content, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. You can also donate to... Doing so gets you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. You can also give contributions on Subscribestar. I'm not exactly sure how it works. There'll be more details on my pages. Links are down below in the description. Sharing the video is also an easy way to help. If you think the video is worth sharing, go ahead and share it on social media, or just show it to someone who you think needs to be waking up to the stuff that's going on in the world. You know, I have case after case of this happening. It has to stop. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.